Today is August 19th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are the choices of KMT and Taiwan People's Party, and President Tsai makes speech for Taiwan-U.S. trade agreement. First, I want to talk about the choices of KMT and Taiwan People's Party. After the Kaohsiung mayoral by-election, both the KMT and the Taiwan People's Party face a choice of path. First, for the KMT, should they give up the Han waves, Han Liu? As I mentioned before, the so-called Han waves refer to former Kaohsiung mayor Han Kuo-yu's sudden rise in popularity during the 2018 9-in-1 elections. Han Kuo-yu was running for Kaohsiung mayor, and he was unexpectedly elected with more than 890,000 votes. He ended the 20-year ruling of the DPP in Kaohsiung and won the DPP candidate Chen Qimai nearly 150,000 votes. However, he was suspected of leaning toward China after he entered the liaison office of the Central People's Government in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. And his approval rate declined since then. He lost on running for the presidential election in 2020 and was recalled by 930,000 Kaohsiung citizens. Well, he canvassed for the KMT candidate Li Meizhen on Kaohsiung mayoral by-election in August. However, Li Meizhen was defeated and only got around 25.9 thousand of the vote. Therefore, people ask, should KMT bid goodbye to the Han waves? How should KMT make their decision? A. Some believe that the popularity of the Han waves has passed. The KMT should look for a new direction. B. Some believe that the Han waves is an asset of KMT. The KMT must keep this kind of group of loyal and fanatic supporters. From my point of view, I think it is necessary for the Han waves to combine with other KMT forces. Otherwise, the Han waves will split the KMT. You know, what we say supporting Han Kuo-yu does not mean supporting the KMT. Vice versa, some KMT members don't like Han wave too. As to Taipei Mayor Ke Wen-je, what is his choice? Ke Wen-je has the same condition as Han Kuo-yu. Both of them are the products of populism and are criticized of the possibility of pro-China. Ke Wen-je's proposal of the two sides of Taiwan Strait are one family, 两岸一家亲, is unacceptable for Taiwanese. And the candidate of Ke Wen-je's Taiwan People's Party only got 4% of the votes on Kaohsiung mayoral by-election. Ke Wen-je must choose his next step, continue to stay in a small circle or to step out. There's a saying today that Ke Wen-je might ask his wife to join the Taiwan People Party, for even run for city councilor. If that is true, then it means that Taipei Mayor Ke Wen-je chooses to stay in a small circle. Second issue, I want to talk about President Tsai mega pitch for Taiwan-U.S. trade agreement. President Tsai Ing-wen met with the chairman of the American Chamber of Commerce in Taipei, Jin Qi-wei, yesterday. And she said that a bilateral trade agreement, BTA, between Taiwan and the U.S. would be mutually beneficial and would strengthen the business exchanges of the two countries. Of course, there's still a problem that has to be resolved, between Taiwan and the U.S. That is, to open up U.S. pork importation into Taiwan. Well, as President Tsai said before, Taiwan will solve the problem by using technology. Well, it seems that the lifting the ban of the U.S. pork will be a trend, and Taiwan and the U.S. signed a bilateral trade agreement will be next in line. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases. A U.S. Navy destroyer sailed through the west of the Taiwan Strait center line. The U.S. missile destroyer USS Mustang sailed through the Taiwan Strait on Tuesday after completing exercise in the East China Sea. They kind of normally sail through the east of the Taiwan Strait center line. However, this time they sailed through the west of the center line, which is getting closer to China. China dispatches ships to monitor the passage, with Chinese sending a type of 052D guided missile destroyer Nanjing Jian. The U.S. Navy also tweeted that today the USS Mustang conducted a transit through the Taiwan Strait, kind of demonstrating the U.S. commitment to the free and open Indo-Pacific. Mustang is forward deployed to the U.S. 7th Fleet, supporting security and stability in the region. Although Taiwan got U.S. support for now, according to the Park Strategy Senior Vice President Sean King said to the Daily Express that Taiwan is at risk of imminent Chinese invasion if Joe Biden wins the U.S. election. And he also said that. He said, I'm certain that Biden would not be as strong as Trump in Taiwan, since the U.S. kind of did recognize Taipei in 1979 for Beijing to whatever reason. Well, there has been stronger U.S. president for Taiwan than Donald Trump. Should Biden win in November, Taiwan will probably be a little less confident in their rhetoric against China. On the other hand, after Taiwan officially opened its new representative's office in Somaliland on August 17, well, China firmly opposed any official contact between Somaliland and Taiwan region. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Zhao Lijian said on the press conference that, he said, the One China principle is a globally acknowledged norm of the international relations and has widespread agreement within the international community. Any attempts by Taiwan's DPP to split China is doomed to fail. Talking about Taiwan bought 66 F-16V fighters to prevent the threat from China. According to Australian military minister Peter Layton, he said that the People Liberation Army Air Force has significantly more air combat, talking about a combat aircraft, than the Republic of China Air Force. But there's something very important. In a conflict, the ROC Air Force will be defending and the Chinese Air Force kind of attacking. The differences in the role has that the Republic of China Air Force will be opening the whole thing over its own airfields. This kind of thing just compensates for the differences in numbers. I think what he meant is that even Taiwan Air Force is now in defending status, however, when counter happens in Taiwan airfield, and that will be more beneficial to Taiwan. But China fought back on it. According to Chinese media Global Times, a military expert said that Taiwan always over-exaggerated the weapon performances made by the U.S. And he also said that the U.S.-made airborne weapons acquired by the Taiwan military this time did not have any breakthrough improvements, whether it's Harpoon anti-ship missiles or so-called U.S.-made attack ammunition. The F-16V has only two destinies in war. That is either to be destroyed on the ground or to be found and shut down when flying together. Well, of course, I don't agree with him. If what he said was true, then China wouldn't be so nervous and kept asking the U.S. to stop arms sales to Taiwan, right? And furthermore, Taiwan government takes action toward the Chinese OTT iQIYI. Well, Taiwan announced officially cut out Chinese media services providers on September 3rd. National Communication Commission, NCC, will fine Taiwan providers up to like $5 million NT. And the iQIYI and Tencent's WeTV violates the Act governing relations between the people of the Taiwan area and the mainland area, which stipulates Chinese companies can only invest in certain categories of goods and services, not including OTT broadcast. Additionally, U.S. President Donald Trump promises tax credits for firms that bring jobs back from China. According to Reuters, he said that we will create tax credits for companies that bring jobs from China back to America. We will end our reliance on China. We will make our critical drugs and suppliers right here in the United States. Well, that you can see how Trump is dealing with the China issue. So what will happen in the future? We will stick to it and we will see. That will be the view for today. I'm Catherine Chang. I hope you have a nice night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.